red booth. Tonight we have for you We Are Kings and Queens, which is a local rock band, and I would love for you to get to know them. So go ahead and say hello.
I'm Jonathan, the lead singer.
I'm James, the bass player.
And I'm Ben, the lead guitar player.
Very cool. So I would love to hear more about like how you guys kind of started and came up with your name and things like that. Who do you think could tell me the best?
Yeah, I can tell you that. So
Okay.
it's weird. I was actually playing cards and shuffling a deck of cards, and I split the cards right in the middle, and it was a king looking at a queen, and I had this thought like, that's basically life right there. Like that's what it's all about. It's all about boys and girls, men and women, and that's what a lot of these songs are about, or just real life experiences. So that was the inspiration for the name.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
How long ago did you guys start the band?
So I would say I had a little bit of a head start on these guys. I had started writing and recording some of these songs a few months before we met, and then I saw Ben's post on Craigslist actually.
Cool.
And I actually ended up taking a screenshot of his ad, and I was like, this is the one, like I already know it. And then he came in, and we've been just together ever since. And then Vincenzo had put up an ad of him playing bass, and we saw it, and we were like, all right, this dude looks pretty cool. Like,
On Craigslist too?
No, it was on.
The video was on YouTube.
It was on
Oh,
YouTube.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how we really came about it, but
Did you put an ad on Craigslist?
Yeah, it was the ad on Craigslist, and then the link to YouTube.
So it's basically all about Craigslist. Like it sounds so like cliche and cheesy, but there's not really a better way to connect.
That's how the Killers
musicians in
got
LA.
their guitar player.
The Killers did?
I mean, it wasn't Craigslist. It was a newspaper ad, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was like 10 years ago. There was no Craigslist.
Yeah, no, it seems like that's actually a lot of ways for bands to find other members. It seems like that's kind of the way to
Definitely.
go.
You actually have to wade through a lot of ridiculousness. Like there's a lot of people out there, and so you're auditioning people, and they show up in khakis, and you're like, I don't know, like. That's
wrong with
khakis? Be like an
I
amazing
will not wear
musician in
khakis around
khakis,
you.
but like I think it's a lifestyle as well. So someone comes in looking the part, and then they can play the part, and you know that you're gonna at least jive on a lifestyle.
Right, because they have to match your vibe kind of for the band.
Of course, because not that it's all about image, but I think image is a way for musicians to say, like, this is how I live, like, this is what I choose, these are my choices, this is the fashion I like, this is the way I present myself, so it's all very important.
Yeah.
Especially when you're shooting for a big project, you know?
Yeah.
We want to go places, and so we have to look the part. It's part of our job.
Yeah, totally. That's cool. And so how many, like, when did you actually start? How long has it been now?
So I would say, as a band?
Yeah.
It's been about 6 months as a band.
Wow, okay.
Which is actually pretty new. Like,
yeah, that is new.
But we've all been playing music for over a decade, so
wow.
we've got our 10,000 hours in.
Super, yeah, super experience. I mean, I can tell from listening to the songs that you guys have on it's on Facebook. I know it's on Facebook, and also there's another. Is it like Reverb Nation?
Well, it's Facebook, Reverb Nation are the two main places, and we're actually releasing our debut EP at the end of this month. So obviously that'll be on iTunes and all the other proper
Spotify.
Yeah.
What is that one going to be called?
Rise and Fall will be the name of the EP, which
Awesome.
is really just a way of saying life. Like it's the ups and downs and all the in between. So.
That sounds great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really, really like your music. It's very melodic, okay? Just like, it's got melodies. But I mean, it's I really was impressed when I heard it, and I'm really glad that you guys are here. So hopefully we can let more and more people know about your band.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Thank you very much. Well, cool. So what are you guys doing with, like, are you planning on having any tours soon or anything like that?
So at this point, like you said, we have the EP coming out, and then that was kind of all done in-house. Like we did all of that ourselves.
Cool.
At our own little studio using what we have. So kind of the goal is to start writing we're actually writing now for our full-length album, and then kind of get the support of a major label behind us with that one.
Yeah.
So then we can kind of do it in a proper studio and use people that kind of know the things that we don't know, so that it can kind of be the best possible product.
Cool.
So that's kind of our goal for the immediate future.
Did you guys do everything on the songs that are currently online? Like, did you guys make them totally yourselves?
Yeah. The only thing we didn't do was mix it. Oh, actually, that's not true. The songs that are online now it was all in-house.
Wow.
But we have new mixes that we'd like to share with you after the show. And that was...
Well, cool. I can actually show them in the show. So.
Oh, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, those, we sent all of that off to London to be mixed by my friend Guy Massey.
Okay.
And he's worked with people like Spiritualized, Muse, Radiohead.
Wow.
And we just recently redid the Beatles anthology. And
Wow.
Yeah, so he's really, really
That's
incredible.
amazing.
So, as much as you liked it, you might like it that much more.
That's so cool.
He put his touches on it.
That's, I mean, just those are kind of similar to in sound in a way to what you guys are doing as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It's
pretty.
all, it's
that's
all
pretty
in
perfect.
line. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
why we chose him. Like, he gets it. He gets the music. And
Yeah, Radiohead is definitely a huge influence.
I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Radiohead. You know, I mean, obviously you guys have your own unique sound,
Mhm.
but it's kind of got that like, you know, mellow, you know, sort of haunting.
European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel.
Yeah, but it's really deep. Like it's really emotional. Like I mean, in a good way. Like you know.
Yeah, we put all our heart into it. Yeah,
It's cool.
we're passionate about it.
Who writes the actual like lyrics and stuff?
Mostly me at this point. We're definitely working on more collaboration coming up. You know, it's difficult when you get new guys in and like we're learning each other and like writing is such an intimate part of the process that you really have to be on the same page in all ways to know, like, I need to know about his life and he needs to know about my life, and then we can share those experiences through the music. And so when we were getting on the same page and starting off, it was hard to do that because we just didn't know enough about each other.
Yeah.
And so now 6 months in, we're very comfortable, and they know my family and I know theirs. And like I was talking to Vincenzo's mom on a Skype the other day in Italy.
Are you
and
serious?
Yeah, she
That's
was
cool.
like, so cool just to talk
Yeah.
to her. And I couldn't understand her 'cause she only speaks Italian. But Vincenzo, he was a translator for us. But yeah,
That's cool.
it's great. We're really starting to get to know each other, and so I think musically, you're gonna see on this upcoming album more from everybody
Yeah.
in terms of lyrics.
So it's kind of obviously important to be like close. The closer the band members are, then the better
music.
the better the music.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
definitely believe in that.
And you too, so we watched a documentary from the sky down, and they were talking about a band creates their own world, and so the deeper you are into your own world, and the more you close out the rest of it, the deeper and the more intimate the music gets, and the band experience becomes more fruitful and more real. So I think that's where we are.
And that's also what people like about bands. Like they like the fact that they're like gangs or families or like
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They kind of become like family, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they're-
It's
Yeah.
You have
yeah.
to.
I mean,
We
like,
spend
it's like
more time
brothers.
with each other than I do with my family.
Yeah.
So like,
Like,
Yeah.
of course.
like especially for me and Ben, like we came out here like we had no one, and now
Wow.
now yeah now, like
Now we
it's
have
our-
each other.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that. It doesn't sound it sounds cheesy, but yeah, I mean it's kind of it is. Yeah.
That's cool. How long ago did you guys come here to Los Angeles?
I came here, it's been a year and a day. I got here yesterday, a year ago yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where did you come? Where did
I
you
came
move
from Maine.
From Maine.
So, yeah.
Very cool. What was it like living out there with the music, you know, career and stuff like that?
Maine is first of all, Maine is incredibly beautiful. The winters are a little harsh, but the fall is really nice. Summer's really nice. I totally miss it right now.
So how long were you playing music out in Maine for?
So I started playing guitar when I was 12 years old, and then actually when I was 20, I moved to Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh wow.
At that point, though, I was sort of more pursuing photography and music and kind of just various things.
Mhm.
So
Were you a cowboy as well? If that's
I was not a cowboy.
You were not? Oh,
no.
okay.
I've never gone through a cowboy phase.
Okay.
Yet. So yeah.
It would mess his hair.
And that Tom Selleck poster might have inspired me.
Oh, good. That's why I
Yeah.
keep it up. I'm trying to create more cowboys.
Yeah.
So.
It's a manly man.
Yeah, I'll probably have a mustache the next time you see me.
Good.
Yeah, so the main music scene is a little smaller. There's not really a whole lot going on. There are some great artists, but it's a little more low key. It's definitely not like Los Angeles or
Yeah.
even Nashville.
Well, the population itself is probably just a lot less in
Yeah, it's a
general.
lot smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like people move to Portland to be musicians.
Yeah.
So here you kind of have everybody that's kind of pulled from all over the country and the world
Yeah.
that's come here to do their thing and create their music, so you can kind of team up with those people who are a little more serious about it.
Cool. So you started playing when you were 12, and then were you in any other bands?
Yeah, I kind of grew up playing in just various things and kind of whatever I could do. I kind of had one little musical project that I'd been a part of at one point that was a little more like punk rock. It didn't really go anywhere. Just various things like that.
And you
so.
played guitar for that band?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, always just guitar.
Cool. Well, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I know you came from Italy, right?
I came from Sicily. Yeah.
From Sicily. Oh, you're
Yeah.
Sicilian.
Sicily.
I actually have a Sicilian grandmother. Well, I did have a Sicilian grandmother.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the place where she was from?
I don't remember the name.
It's fine.
Yeah.
At least you're a quarter.
Yeah,
part
I'm a
Sicilian?
part Sicilian. Yeah, they have a bunch
Exactly.
of Sicilian family in St. Louis, actually. Well, part Sicilian family.
That's it.
Yeah, the Irish and Italian side. So yeah. So which part did you live in?
In Italy?
Mhm.
Or in Sicily?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's like the south coast of Sicily. It's like almost as south as you can go in Italy.
Wow.
Like facing Africa.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's the music like there compared to here?
Nothing like that. Nothing like here at all. I mean, I was playing cover bands my whole life when I was there, and then I came.
Like which bands did you like to copy?
I like Red Hot Chili Peppers heavily and U2 heavily.
Nice.
Yeah, those two were the ones that we would cover the most. And
Were they popular there in Sicily?
yeah, they're super popular, right?
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, I was tired of just playing in pubs and said, you know what, I'm just gonna go for this.
Cool.
So I went to Boston, studied at Berklee College of Music, and after that, I came here and found these guys.
Cool. And you play bass, right?
I'm the bass player, exactly.
Awesome.
I was a guitar player my whole life, and then luckily I switched to bass because
We were looking for a bass player.
bass player.
Yeah, that worked out.
And that was but that was that worked out perfectly for both of us.
So you guys met at Berklee? Where did you say you went to Berklee?
No, I went to
College?
Berklee College of Music, but I met them here. I flew
Right.
to LA after I graduated, and a few months after I
Yeah, how long had you been here before we met you?
like 5 months.
Wow, that's like that's so
yeah,
fresh.
almost so fresh. I mean, it looked like a long time, like those first 6 months, because I didn't really know anybody when I came
Yeah.
to LA, and then when I met them.
What was that like coming to LA from from another country? What is LA like to
I mean,
you?
the first cultural shock was in Boston, so I kind of like absorbed like some of the American culture in those years where I lived there, and then I came here and was another cultural shock because I went from this. I mean, Boston is a small town at the end. It's like you can go anywhere with a subway, and it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, you end
Not
up knowing
here.
everybody, but
Yeah.
I go here and I was, well, this place is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've lived here for like so long, and there's still places I don't even know. People say the city, I'm like, where is that? I don't know, it's somewhere in.
It was hard to
Los Angeles.
decide where to live. Like, how do you decide where you want to live when you come here? It's like, yeah, that was the hardest part.
That's
But
cool.
Now we're cool.
You were just like right down the road from where we are now, right?
I was living in the valley. I was living close to here.
Yeah,
actually.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Really? So
Yeah.
you guys live in the valley?
No.
Not
I-
anymore.
No. I
No.
never did.
Never did.
I
Oh, okay,
did.
you did.
I did.
Yeah,
Cool.
just him.
All right.
He didn't know where to move. I'm just kidding.
Hey.
That's
Okay.
joke.
And so where do you guys? Well, actually, I'm not gonna have to ask where you live. I guess that doesn't really matter. But
Not in the valley.
not in the valley. Okay, fine. But so how about you? Like, how did you get started?
Okay, so I was in Nashville actually. I grew up in Nashville, like outside of Nashville in a little country town, and so I had always been musical, but then I went to college and met just a whole new variety of musicians, and it really got inspired.
Which
to,
college did you go to?
Belmont University,
Okay.
and so that's primarily a music school actually. And,
Oh, cool.
So I was introduced to totally different lifestyles than I had previously known about. I did 2 years there and then decided to drop out and start playing in rock bands. So that's what I did. And that was probably about the time you were moving to Nashville, is when I was leaving school and like playing in bands, and then I just packed up and moved to LA to pursue music.
What kind of music were you doing sort of before the rock bands? Were you doing country music?
No. I was just like singer-songwriter stuff. Like basically at the end of high school, I found the best guitar player in the school and was like, hey, let's write some music. So we wrote some music, and then that kind of fizzled out as we went our separate ways. And then the first band I really played in was a band called Metropolis that was like indie rock music, I guess.
Cool.
And there was like it was just so awesome. I started out in an indie rock band there, and then I actually moved into playing with this kind of young pop band. I don't know, I was probably like 6 or 7 years their elder, and we got into that, and became like decision time. Am I going to stay here and do this in Nashville, or do I want to go to LA and pursue what I would say a real music career? Like I really wanted to make something of myself and find a band and do it right. So that was a while back now, and I've been here for.
Well, Nashville has like a lot of music though too, right? I mean that.
Definitely, but I think it's way more geared towards gospel, country, and now country pop. The rock scene, there's definitely some awesome bands from there, like Paramore's from there, and now Jack White has a house in East Nashville and the studio there, and there's definitely like a burgeoning music scene, but it's just still nothing like LA. Yeah, I was in the Nashville rock scene, and I mean, I have nothing bad to say about it. Lots of really cool people, amazing songwriters, but I think it was more indicative of the life I wanted to live. I wanted to leave home, go to New York or LA, and just really pursue a dream and see what else was out there. Yeah. And I've been so excited to be in LA because people just, they live a different lifestyle, you know? It's really entertainment focused. It's really about being an artist, and if you can hang in there, I think ultimately you make it. So
totally. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like the place to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I know New York also is, but this is for filmmaking and music. There's all of the big labels are here, and you know.
And in the meantime, you're finding yourself, you know, because you're in a new environment, and LA especially, I think you can just be whoever you want to be.
Yeah. So
you can. It's kind of overwhelming at first because you have all these options of who you would like to become, but ultimately we all share the same goals. So I feel now that we found each other, we're all on the same page. We're all looking for a major label band putting out incredible music, and so it feels really good to have found this situation.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a great sound, so obviously it's working really well.
Yeah, we really believe in it.
Yeah.
And it's really worked out. Like I feel like I'm able to be who I want to be, and we can all express our artistic vision through this band.
Cool. I was wondering if you might be willing to maybe play a little song for us.
Sure. Yeah, we'll play a song from our upcoming EP.
Okay, I have a little guitar right there.
Yeah.
For you.
I saw that. You know, I hope it's tuned. Movie magic. Jump off the edge, boy, and take a dive. Nothing's left to lose. You're coming undone, afraid at the seams. The tide is cold, and I wish you would decide. Did you want me to play the whole song?
No, it's okay. That's
a little sneak preview of our song Decide.
Very cool.
Yeah, thank you. Nice little guitar here.
Thank you.
It's lovely.
Well, so is that going to be on the new EP, or that's the one that's out right now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yes, it's a strange situation because we put up some mixes without them being finals, just so people could get a taste of the music.
They're not final? They sound like they're final.
No. Like,
they're so
just
good.
Just wait, it sounds really awesome. So we're going to take all that stuff down and then put up all the final mixes and masters, and then that'll be the EP.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I heard that you're going to have a music video coming out soon.
Yep. It's for our single The Sound.
Okay.
So we have this really cool video that's shot in black and white and it's very abstract and kind of like convey the main emotion of the song that is about losing something and not having any words to kind of like describe what the feeling's about. That's why the chorus goes. It's all in the sound.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a really cool video.
So yeah, I heard you guys have a music video that's just coming out.
Yeah, it's actually just came out and it's awesome. It's all black and white, kind of an abstract concept, and it kind of it conveys the main emotion of the song, that it's about losing something that is really important to you and not having any words to describe what that feels. And that's why the chorus goes. It's all in the sound.
That's the song that's called
Yeah.
The Sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the sound. That's the single that we're pushing out of the EP.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that
I'm gonna insert a little clip of it right here.
Oh, what a mess they spun us around. I can't take anymore. Pictures of you, the tapping of feet. It's cold now you're gone. You may be the hardest one to lose. There must be a better place.
was really amazing. That's a really cool video.
Thank you.
Yeah. So did you guys make it yourself, or how did you do it?
Yeah, we did it all ourselves, all right around the studio where we rehearsed, and most of it was shot on an iPhone, actually.
Wow.
We just used this really cool app called 8mm and made it happen.
Whoa, that's amazing. Like, people are using iPhones now to make all kinds of stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
I would love to let everybody know where they can find out about your music.
Yeah, you can check out our website at www.wearekingsandqueens.com, and from there you can link out to our Facebook, Reverb Nation, see our videos on YouTube, and all that.
Okay, very cool. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
us.
having us.
It's been great.
Yeah, I wish you guys the best of success, and I know that anybody who hears your music is going to love you guys, so very cool.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much for watching We Are Kings and Queens on
The Red Booth.